Hey, what's up, everybody? Did you miss me? I've been really busy, but now I have some time to make a video. First, I want to ask, how are all my little fashionistas doing? You buying? You buying? It's in fashion to be long. Long of. Remember, methinks. This is unrelenting bull. All right. I think I'm going to start off every video like that. Methinks, unrelenting bull, long of. My little fashionistas. All right. Hey, listen, Jeffrey Lacker, president of the, I think it was Kansas City Fed, he resigned. He resigned for improper, he was caught giving information to an analyst. This goes back to 2012. You could Google this, Jeffrey Lacker. The guy resigned because he was caught red-handed giving out information about Fed meetings to an analyst. So you see, folks, they're all corrupt. They're all corrupt, all right? The whole entire, discipline, if you want to call it that, of mainstream economics, that's corrupt. Wall Street is corrupt because its entire business model relies on fraud, all right? The hedge funds and all these big guys are corrupt because it's constant insider trading. You know, you're a guy like Stevie Cohen, or he's a multi-billionaire. Why? Because of insider trading. And the only reason why he didn't go to jail, he paid off an enormous fine. I think it was something like 1.8 billion out of his. He wrote a check to stay out of jail. Anyway, it's all corrupt, but it doesn't matter to us because we beat them, or I beat them all the time. All right, I want to talk a little bit about, first let me get the topical stuff out of the way. The market, or at least the news commentary that I'm seeing today, is now focused on this upcoming Thursday meeting between President Trump and Xi, Premier of China. So they made it into a story. For me, it's not a story. I mean, it's just absolutely not a story. But they made it into a story. So whatever headlines comes out of that on Thursday, market volatility. All right. And you know how it's been going, because the fashionistas, they're going to try to skew that thing. They're going to try to manipulate that thing or interpret it as bullish, because that's what the fashionistas do. All right, but let them do that. So we have that story. What else? We had some pretty decent economic news that came out today. We had an improvement in the February trade deficit. So January and February, the trade deficit narrowed both of those months. So that's gonna help first quarter GDP. All right, that will help first quarter GDP. In other words, net exports will be less negative, and that'll be less of a drag on GDP. We also got factory orders. Factory orders big, folks, big in February. They were big in January. I think they were up to the highest level since 2015 or something like that. So that's factory orders. You could consider that a component of gross private domestic investment. So that component maybe is going to be a little bit stronger, although construction spending yesterday was kind of weak. We got to see inventories. And we know that January personal consumption was weak, man. Weak, really weak. And that's the biggie. And government spending and gross investment, that's been kind of weak too. So, but don't be surprised if the economists, yes, the economists, start to revise upward a little bit their forecast for first quarter GDP. All right, you could check that all out on the Atlanta Fed. Has this thing called GDP Now. It's free and available. You just go on the Fred, that's the St. Louis Fred economic database. You type into that search window GDP Now, and it gives you their forecast. And right now it's about 1.2% for the first quarter, and that is up from 0.9%, but we still got a lot of data for March. Okay, we got stuff for January, we got stuff for February, we got to see the March data, all right? All right, now I want to talk a little bit about mental game. We have not spoken about mental game, or I have not spoken about mental game in a while. It's very important that we always come back and focus on this from time to time, because that's the secret. That's the secret to everything. I told you I could throw darts at a dartboard and make money, but I have mental game. A lot of you don't. And I'm going to talk about something in response to an email or a conversation I've been having with a subscriber. Good guy, nice guy, I like this guy a lot. So if you happen to be listening, and I never say anybody's name, but if you think, it's familiar, I'm on your side. This is just a teaching exercise. That's it. So the guy came to me. It was his dream to be a trader, for a long time. He's been, he was failing the whole entire time because he was listening to all the so-called conventional wisdom, lose money and that's the path to success and all this other crap, charts and, you got to stay micro-focused and all that garbage that doesn't work. Cut your losses short and let your profits run, all that stuff, which is wrong. And I've proven it to be wrong because every single trade I make makes profit. So he came to me, and in a very short time, boom, the guy never traded Forex before. He was trading other stuff. Right away, every single trade, making money, making money, making money. I turned this guy on a dime instantly from a loser to a winner. Right away. Guy was a novice, all right? Every single trade he's made so far has been a profit. Now he says to me the other day, he says, I just, because he emails me a lot, he says, I just closed out this at a profit. I just closed out that position. I just closed out this position at a profit. Here's what I did in January. Here's what I did in February. Here's what I did in March. Every month, profit. Then he says, Mike, I wish I would have made more money. Whoa! When I heard that, I had to stop him right in his tracks because hope. We don't trade on hope. We don't trade on wishing. Okay, we are in absolute 100, or I am, and the people who I mentor, we are in absolute 100% control of our outcome of our destiny. Has nothing to do with the market for us. Nothing to do with the market for us. Has everything to do with mastery of ourselves. We are 100. So I said, hey, we don't trade on hope. We don't trade on wishing. And when you say something like that, see these guys, a lot of these guys come to me, they never had success, then I turn them around, boom, like one of these divine faith healers. I just turn them around, they're making money like they never made before, and then it's like it's never enough. But that is a sign of impatience, right? Impatience takes many forms. Impatience could mean, you don't wait to have the trade, reach its end point, or you don't wait for it to, get out of maybe an open loss situation into a profit. You get all nervous. The stress builds up. You take your loss, right? It's stupid. It's stupid. It's all because you can't wait. And there's also when the impatience of the money building up in your account. You're making money, but now you went from losing to making money, but now, it's not enough. I want more. That's a sign of impatience too. And impatience is a symptom of a lack of self-control. This is all about self-control. If you have no self-control, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. And you know what stop losses are? Those are a really, really, really bad way to kind of impose self-control on you because you have none. And you not even that you have none because everybody can develop it, but you don't want to have it. So you think you could come up with this artificial, rigid way to impose self-control. It's like, I'm going to lose and that's going to make me a winner. It's the stupidest thing in the world, folks. It's the stupidest thing in the world. So I stopped this guy dead in his tracks. I said, look, there's the desire, the wanting for more money, that's a sign of impatience. If I use the example, you could take a penny and double it every day, and in a month you got millions of dollars, but it starts off slow, man. 1 cent today, 2 cents tomorrow, 4 cents the next day, 8 cents the next day, 16 cents the next day, 32 cents, on the 6th day, like, Mike, I only have 32 cents. Come on, when is this going to happen? By the end of the month, you got like $3 million. Do the calculation in your Excel spreadsheet. You could see. So that's all it is. Then that's why people, they can't handle they can't be patient. They can't stay patient. So what do? They go plunge and they say, I'm going to take my little money and I'm going to put everything down and then it's just gambling. I said it a million times. Go to Vegas, play the craps table, beautiful girls, have some drinks. Yeah, high five people when you roll, right? That's all. Don't be a trader because that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for the excitement. All right. Remember, I always said trading will expose the real you. And that's my lesson on mental game for today. See you guys later. Bye bye.